Cage fighting. It is a sport completely in a class of its own. And during the course of this week, I'll be spending time at the FightFit Militia Training Center here in Johannesburg to get to know some of the top mixed martial arts fighters, what their training is like, their diets, supplements, and what it is about the sport that they love so much. And we're going to start off by talking to top South African mixed martial arts trainer, Richard Quan. Mixed martial arts, MMA, also known as cage or ultimate fighting's roots, can be traced to ancient Greece. It is a full contact combat sport that allows for a mixture of techniques and skills to be used in competitions.
No. Stop, straight away.
What's going on, man?
Don't quit your day job, bro.
Why not?
Just sit down. This is definitely not for you.
Do I detect fear? Dude, you're still sleeping when I do my day job. Richard, tell me a bit about FFM.
FFM is basically a community-based gym. We started about 2 years ago officially. I opened up a gym about 4 years ago, met Norm, and we partnered up and opened up FightFit Militia. And from there we've just grown. We've put in our morals and aspects into this gym, and that's how it's grown to what it is today.
Now I would like to know, what is your history in the sport?
My mom took me to Lumpini Stadium, which is a huge Muay Thai stadium. I basically saw these guys fighting, and it was the first time I seen a proper combat sport. So I started training in that, and at about 16 years old, I eventually started to fight in Lumpini Rajadam. So from there, I went over to the States and to educate myself and to know more about mixed martial arts. Started competing, eventually got approached to open up a gym called OC Muay Thai, and I learned a lot from there. And from there, I had to come back to South Africa. And when I came back to South Africa, I basically took all that knowledge and I cut and pasted it here in South Africa.
Now you've been doing this for quite a while. What is it about the sport that you just love so much?
It's basically the knowledge and education part of it and the competitive edge. MMA is such a broad aspect in combat sport that you need to understand every aspect in martial arts, from the ground to the stand-up to the clinch to the mental aspect to the preparation of dieting. You need to know your stuff and you need to be educated all-round fighter.
Richard was recruited to train a sector of the US Marine Corps and Los Angeles Police Department. Training with him is no picnic. Gym members learn to roll with the punches and throw them. Now tell me a bit about the training that you do here at FFM.
We do everything you can imagine, from swimming to running to Metcon work to kettlebells, any type of conditioning, and then you get to the skill arts of your boxing, your Muay Thai, your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to your wrestling, to your sports psychologists, your NLP coaches, to your dietitian.
So I assume fitness is quite a big part of the sport.
That's very important. We train 4 times a day, 7 days a week. We put in approximately 104 hours of training a month.
Now, in terms of supplementation, how important is that when it comes to the training?
Supplementation is probably the most important to us, because if your body can't function properly, then you can't put 100% into your training. So if I know when my fighters haven't had enough supplements because that next training session, they're only training at 70%.
The FFM is home to proud professional fighters like the ground and pound King Costa and Soldier Boy Gareth McClellan, both favorites in this year's Extreme Fighting Championship. Specifically for Gareth and Costa, we will be talking to them tomorrow as well, but what would you say are the supplements that they never go without?
You got to get an all-around supplementation. So they got to get the right amount of carbohydrates, protein, with their whey proteins and stuff like that. They can't not go away from what the dietitian and what the supplementation is given to them. If they just forget one meal, their whole day is gone down the drain basically.
Now from a trainer's point of view, how important is recovery for your athletes?
Recovery, we use our glutamine and stuff like that. We do a lot of ice baths in here and rest. So if the guys don't get proper rest as well, I can see it straight away the next day. I might cut back on a little bit of training just to make sure that they can get maybe an hour in of sleep and stuff. But in terms of supplementation, L-glutamine, right amount of amino acids as well is very important for the recovery of the body.
These blows are real. Like me, you should rather not try it at home. Grab a seat at the Extreme Fighting Championship on the 14th of April. More on these fighters tomorrow.